Well, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Dian Islamiati. I would like to present about my thesis. The title is Reading Apprehension Schemata and Reading Ability of Grade 10 Students of Mandua Sinjai. I want to say thanks to my Honorable Supervisor, Professor Muhammad Astarrahman, MED, PhD, and Dr. Geminas Titi Sakir, SPD, MPD, and my Honorable Examiner, Professor Dr. Nurdin Noni M. Home, and Fitri Radiani, SPD, MPD. Parts of the research. The first is findings, the second is discussion, the third is conclusion, and the fourth is suggestion. Findings. There are 21 students of the first grade in Mandua Sinjai taken as sample in this research. Based on the data analysis from the pre-test, post-test, and questionnaire, it was found the result of the data analysis show that the student schemata against narrative text proved that there was no significant increase in students' reading ability after being given treatment, and there was a reading apprehension that correlated with student schemata. The relationship between reading apprehension and reading ability is correlated after being proven by the person product correlation test with our table, and the results show a moderate correlation. The following are the significant results the test of students pre-test and post-test. This is the table of the result the test of students pre-test and post-test. Next, the result of statistical calculation using SPSS in a table show that the significance value to tell is greater than the alpha value of 0,05, 0,199 lebih besar dari 0,05. This show that there is no significant difference between the students' pre-test and post-test result based on the hypothesis when the significant value is less than the significant level. The null hypothesis, or HO, is reject where reading text is not effective for improving the reading ability of students in class 10 Mandua Sinjai, and the alternative hypothesis, or H1, is accepted, which means that reading text is effective for improving students' reading ability in class 10 Mandua Sinjai. The next, this is the table of the result of person correlation and R table. Reading apprehension with a reading ability shows strong result after the art test show the person correlation lebih besar 0,53 lebih besar dari 0,43. So it was said that reading apprehension was correlated with students' reading ability test result, namely pre-test, post-test. So it can be said the person correlation value is moderately correlated because the value is 0,53. The second is discussion. The discussion present in the interpretation of the research result. The learning process of this research consists of 6 meetings. The 6 meetings include giving pre-test and post-test to students for treatment and questionnaire. In this study, the researcher found out whether the students' schemata in the narrative text improve reading ability or not. The result also showed that there were this difference in students' reading ability after the students giving treatment. The third is conclusion. The first is based on the result of the data analysis, the researcher can conclude that the schemata in narrative text are not significant in improving the reading ability of the first grade student of Mandua Sinjai. This is indicated by the mean score of the students at the present 51,38 with a standard deviation and with the standard deviation 16,507 and the post test 55,57 with a standard deviation of 16,609. The KKM or minimum competence criteria for English subject is 83, meaning that the student schemata from the narrative text given does not have a strong relationship with students' reading ability, so that their reading ability is very far from the KKM score. The second, there are correlation between reading apprehension and reading ability. The correlation show strong result. After the art test, show that the person correlation lebih besar dari art table 0,53 lebih besar dari 0,43. It was said that a reading apprehension was correlated with the student's reading ability test result, namely pre-test, post-test. So it can be said that the person correlation value is moderately correlated. 0,41 sampai 0,60 because the value is 0,53. Suggestion. The first, for teachers of English subject, it is recommended to train students long text and more routinely to ask students to read English text properly and correctly, because the result of pre-test and post-test of class 10 students of Mandua Sinjai are not experience a significant change. Most students' score were not much different between the pre-test and post-test score. One of the reason was the limited time to work on questions, because learning activities at Mandua Sinjai School still applied limited face-to-face learning or PTMT, so that the researcher only has 50 minutes for each meeting, as many as 6 meetings. The second, for the next researchers, the authors hope that this research can be an additional reference for those who are interested in conducting research with this technique, but on different occasion or sample. I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for your attention.